Howdy, folks. Howdy. Howdy, folks. Howdy. I'm Black Dragon, and welcome to another edition of Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker news you can trust. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the entire world that you happen to be. It is a beautiful morning here in the great place of Atlanta. That's where we are. We're in Atlanta here. Just absolutely going to be a hot one. Not as hot as Vegas, 115 degrees. Man, stuff is going crazy. Police arrest a 10-year-old accused of shooting and killing a woman. Man, the world is going to hell in a handbasket, bro. Let's see. For those of you just now ever tuning in, we cover biker news and biker stuff, all about motorcycles and motorcycle clubs in particular. I'm Black Dragon, your host. I've been in a motorcycle club for since like 1989 or something. That's about the first time I showed up on the front doorstep. So anyway, here we are. Our story today is retaliation cited in the biker shooting out there in the Vegas area, Henderson to be precise, but this was the one that we talked about a few days ago where the Vagos and the Hells Angels got into it out there on the freeway, got to spitting at each other, spitting lead from bike to bike, like a cowboy shootout. And there were a lot of people that were pretty angry because it happened on Memorial Day, and folks were kind of upset about that, wrote in and got a lot of mail on that one. But it turns out I need one of these sound experts. I need one of these sound expert people, but because I keep getting this when I talk loud, I turn my head. But anyway, trying to figure out why I keep getting that feedback. But anyway, we got a lot of feedback on that, but it turns out that maybe this wasn't a highway thing. Maybe this was something else. And so the newspapers have reported that a California killing maybe is the cause of what happened out there in the Vegas area. It was a killing that was probably maybe being responded to. So we decided we'd take a look at this article and see what it's like. So in the picture, it says Richard DeVry, 66, makes his initial court appearance in Henderson Justice Court Thursday, June 2nd, 2022 in Henderson, Nevada. He is a suspect in the shooting between the Hells Angels and the Vagos on that Sunday that it happened. A shooting that authorities say involved rival Hells Angels and Vagos motorcycle, that word, members on a Las Vegas area freeway may have been retaliation for the killing of a man several weeks ago in Southern California, a prosecutor said Thursday. Daniel Pieper, Chio, or it could be Pieper or Pepper. Hell, I don't know. But it could be Danielle or Daniel. Danielle, Pieper, Chio, or something to that effect. A chief deputy Clark County District Attorney revealed the possible link during the arraignment in suburban Henderson of three alleged Hells Angels members in the Memorial Day weekend shooting. Police say one is the Las Vegas chapter president, and the other two were Hells Angels recruits. Outside court, Pieper Chio, or Pieper Chio, or Pepper Chio. I hate to get people's names wrong because it's so horrible, but it is what it is. Outside court, Chio cited the April 23rd shooting death of James Vincent Dixon, 32, during a heavy metal concert at a bar in California's city of San Bernardino. News reports said 4 other people were wounded, including a member of the band that was playing at the time over there in California. Pieper Chio said Dixon was a Hells Angels member. The allegation is that the Vagos hit a Hells Angels member in San Bernardino, the prosecutor said, and that makes this possibly a retaliatory shooting. There's a whole bunch of possibilities they're throwing up in the air. They don't know. Basically, we don't know, but we got to get something out there. San Bernardino police, including detectives assigned to the Dixon slaying, declined Thursday to comment. Of course, they always decline to comment, especially when they got a bunch of kids that they didn't go protect. Certainly aren't commenting on that, but hey, we're not going there. But they didn't comment. They declined to comment Thursday about their investigation and the possible link between Dixon's death and the gunfire near Las Vegas. No arrests have been made or have been reported in the San Bernardino case. So that Hells Angel was killed, and there's no one arrested. So Henderson police said 6 Vagos members were wounded, and Pieper Chio said a 7th person who showed up at a hospital with a gunshot wound attributed to the midday Sunday shooting was a Hells Angels member. So some guy just showed up that they hadn't counted before, and he had to get some help. So that's where they got their 7th person. Pieper Chio said, did not say whether the man's wounds were inflicted by the Vagos members. No Vagos members have been charged with a crime in that shooting. Richard John DeVry, 66, and club recruits Russell Smith, 46, and Stephen Allo, 26, were arraigned Thursday on multiple attempted murder, conspiracy, battery, and weapon charges that could get them decades in prison. Henderson Justice of the Peace David Gibson, kept bail for each man at $380,000, pending another court appearance June 14th. Which that's a pretty steep bail. But the prosecutors asked for way more than that. To begin with, I think it was like $1 million. Like they did in, you remember that out there in Twin Peaks, how everybody was put on $1 million bail. I think that's the biker thing. We got bikers that we accuse of these horrible things. So the $1 million bail is the thing. We'll just put everybody on $1 million bail. So let's see. In court, Pieper Chio cited retaliation as a possible motive, and said the Vagos members were riding motorcycles back to Las Vegas after stops at the Hoover Dam in Arizona and at the Southern Nevada Veterans Memorial Cemetery in Boulder City. What a great ride that must have been. A person police identified as an anonymous witness provided video showing 3 men wearing Hells Angels attire riding up to the Vagos members before shots were fired, according to the police reports. And, I always say this before you show your ass. You better look at that camera that's pointing at you, because they have them in everything. They got them in the light fixtures. They got them hidden in microphones. Jesus Christ. I think they can even turn your camera on your cell phone and you don't even know it, and the cell phone's turned off. But if you think you're going to run around in the city and do something and you don't think there's somebody filming every second of it, everybody's an award-winning photojournalist these days. Everybody is a documentary specialist. You can get rich off the right video. So here again, we have another biker caught up with another biker group caught up with video that some outside person took, and that person has shielded their identity and turned in their video. A person police identified as an anonymous witness provided a not so anonymous video showing three men wearing Hells Angels attire riding up to the Vagos members before shots were fired, according to the police reports. Pieper Chio said more than a dozen shots were fired on US 95 in Henderson, and stray bullets struck a nearby Church of Jesus Christ of the Latter-day Saints. The Mormons church got hit? Holy moly. Holy moly. And a parked vehicle got hit. Police said spent bullet casings were found strewn for more than a mile, 1.6 kilometers for those of you that are on the decimal system, along the freeway. Crazy, for more than a mile. Rolling and shooting, just like a Rawhide movie. You guys remember Rawhide with Rowdy Yates? Anyway, the DeVry's attorney, or DeVries, maybe you say it like that, attorney Richard Schoenfield declined outside court to confirm whether his client leads the Hells Angels in Las Vegas or not. Schoenfield told the judge that DeVries is a military veteran with no criminal record, and there was no evidence that he fired a weapon. The attorney said he intends to file documents seeking to reduce DeVries' bail to an amount he can post. Defense attorney Thomas Pitaro, representing Smith and Allo, sought lower bail, saying he doubted they could raise $380,000. Gibson cited the stray shots and said he felt the three defendants posed a danger to the community. They'll always throw that danger to the community to get that high bail on you. I am fearful that something is going to happen, the judge said, noting the gunfire took place on a freeway I take in a neighborhood that I live. Oh, that really sucks when you have a shootout on a freeway in the neighborhood that the judge lives and you want to reduce your bail. Those two things might not work well. Henderson police on Thursday issued public requests for witnesses to the shooting to contact investigators. Schoenfield and Pitaro have represented Hells Angels members in previous cases in Las Vegas, including state and federal criminal cases stemming from a deadly casino brawl with rival Mongols motorcycle gang members at the Laughlin Casino during a biker rally in April 2002. We all remember those. Vegas members also have faced federal prosecution in Nevada in recent years, but the group avoided being branded as an international criminal enterprise following the killing of a rival Hells Angels leader in a 2011 casino shootout in the northern Nevada city of Sparks. So I did not know that they had tried to do that one to them like they did to the Mongols. In this story, this is the same story about the same case, just a different paper. I'd seen something a little bit different. So when they were trying to get bail, this is some of the conversation that they were having. So the concern is that there's retaliatory shootings going back and forth between two jurisdictions and between two clubs. That's something that the other article didn't talk about. This is something that Chio said during the hearing. She said, trying to keep the bail high, that I believe that there's a concern that there's a retaliatory shootings going back and forth between the two jurisdictions and between two clubs. So they got these guys on some horrible charges: conspiracy to commit murder, 6 counts of attempted murder with a deadly weapon, 6 counts of battery with a deadly weapon, and 6 counts of discharging a gun at or into an occupied structure, which must have been the Mormon temple. So it's tough. It's going to be tough here. There was something else I noted in this other story that I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. They're trying to get the bail down to, here's that Richard Schoenfield guy, trying to get the bail down to $50,000. He argued that the higher bail was not necessary because DeVries has a stable employment history, has lived in Las Vegas for 19 years, and has no prior criminal history, and is an honorably discharged military veteran. So these are some positive things that he feels should be considered. And then, of course, he also said that there is no evidence that my client ever shot a gun at all, period. You don't have any evidence of that. So what we have is a bunch of accusations against my client, but there's no cause for this huge bill. So it is respectfully submitted that the Justice Court's bail setting of $380,000 is an amount that is excessive and tantamount to no bail at all, which is a violation of both Nevada Constitution and the United States Constitution. Schoenfield wrote in a petition. It's, man, you need a good attorney. You need an attorney that knows the stuff. And yeah, here it said prosecutors initially asked for $1 million bail for each of the defendants. While defense attorneys argued the Hells Angels were granted lower bail on other high-profile cases. So why are you doing this now? So anyway, the judge said also that this happened in my neighborhood, but in a place that I live. But he also said this in setting that bail: I can't predict the future, but I can kind of control it. Wow. So it's getting ugly. Schoenfield said, again, I have not seen any concrete allegations that, my client was personally involved in the shooting at all. So I don't know where that leaves the other guys, but you can kind of see how his defense is forming up. Like, hey, man, I didn't do nothing. I was riding. I didn't shoot at nobody. I can't be charged for shooting at somebody when I didn't shoot at them. You kind of see where that's going. So I just say this is what, your life in this thing can turn in a New York minute, bro. Your life in this thing can be changed in a just in a New York minute. You have to, you got to be so careful. Especially like you're a prospect, and prospects have a tendency to be a little over the top. And sometimes you got to calm your prospects down. Like, hey, bro, calm down. It ain't that serious. But if you're a prospect and you're prospecting, you don't have to be like the Superman. You can kind of like let the other guys kind of lead the way, and you just keep your eyes open, listen and learn. Talk little, listen much. Because these prospects or recruits or whatever they are calling them, they're in a world of hurt, especially if it's true. If this president didn't shoot at anyone and there's no evidence that he shot at anyone, well, who does that leave? So, man, listen. I want to be in the group, but I don't know. There was one prospect. His name was Jake. We interviewed him here, and we're going to have him back. He was a nomad for the Hells Angels, and that guy actually kicked in a door like his first day or two with the Hells Angels. He kicked in a front door to go beat a guy up and took one right in the chest, and still took the gun away from that guy and whooped his ass. They made him a Hells Angel that day. That's the stuff legends are. Ain't that legendary stuff right there? This, I want to show you guys this. We're going to move from that story. We're glad that nobody got killed this time. And we, as always, we hope for the best for our fellow bikers. And we hope that these guys could get this stuff sorted out and we stop losing people in biker wars. It's like really not the 70s anymore. So, but in this lifestyle, if somebody gets killed, it doesn't go just uh, it's not gonna go unanswered. So that's one of the things that happens, right? So anyway, I wanted to play this for you guys. We're gonna move back to the shooting at the high school. At the was it a high school? Grade school, Robb Elementary School. And this came across my feed this morning, and I thought it was very interesting. Um, and this guy doesn't have a lot of followers, so not as many people are going to see this as I think should see it. So that's why I'm going to put his thing here, because this was sent to me, and this morning it's just sent to me. I'm not sure if he sent it or somebody else. He's called at Heavy Duty MC Life on TikTok, and so this is something that he said. You guys know, I think these are the cop colors, where they have the American flag with the blue line in it. I think that's what that means. I'm not sure. You guys know more about this than I do. But I think that's what that means. And the topic of his thing, these colors don't run. You guys know how a lot of the things say these colors don't run. And then he puts in brackets, not brackets. What are these things called? My goodness, they're not quotations. They're my goodness, I know what these are. They're not brackets. They're not quotations. They're the other things. And I'm a writer. This is sad. Somebody help me out this morning. Tell me what these are, so I can tell this to my listening audience. Anyway, they put in parentheses. Yeah, these are parentheses, right? Yeah, those are parentheses. They put in parentheses. I hope these are parentheses. These colors don't run, and then parentheses, into the building while kids are getting shot. Okay, so that's what they have. He has a picture of the cop's flag with the thin blue line in it, and it says these colors don't run into the building where kids are getting shot. These colors don't run into the building where kids are getting shot. So that's really kind of you can see where this is going to go. So let's get a look at it. Make sure I got the volume up. Here we go.
He said, well, we're going to have to arrest you because you're being very uncooperative. I said, well, you're going to have to arrest me because I'm going in there, and I'm telling you right now, I don't see none of y'all in there. Y'all are standing with snipers, and y'all are far away. If y'all don't go in there, I'm going in there.
So that is Angeli Gomez. She is the Uvalde, Texas mother who went into Robb Elementary while the shooting was still active, saving her 2 children as well as one of her son's friends, which you can see here. And in a recent interview, she gave a lot more details, like how when she arrived on scene and tried to go in, she was put in handcuffs. She witnessed police pepper spraying and even tasering some parents to keep them from going in. She eventually convinced one of them to let her out of the cuffs, at which point she basically bolted, jumped the fence, and then went into the school. And she said police were actually cutting through the fence to come after her and get her out more than the shooter. But here's the kicker for me. You would think interviews with her would be playing around the clock, that they would have gotten these, within 15 hours of the event, because I heard about what she did really early on. Every news broadcaster there is wanted to talk to her, wanted to show her and tell that story. But she just did her first television interview. She hadn't done one before. Know why? Because Angeli's on probation, and local law enforcement told her, if you start speaking out, if you start talking about how you went in and we waited, we're going to violate your probation, and we're going to send you to prison for telling the truth about what happened. She ended up doing that interview because she went in front of a judge about her probation and told the judge what law enforcement had told her. And the judge said, I would never violate you. You are a hero. So she felt it was okay for her to say something. And just a reminder, all of those cops, the ones who didn't go in, the ones who threatened her, they're all still employed. They're all still getting a paycheck right now. But the link in my bio has a link to this petition that you can sign demanding that all the police who were involved be fired. So if that information pisses you off as much as it does me, maybe channel that into taking 30 seconds and signing this.
Wow. Huh? What do you think? Wow, man. Crazy, man. Crazy. Yeah. So his name is Heavy Duty MC Life. Well, that's where I got it from. Maybe that's not him. Maybe this is at Tizzient. Tizzyent at Tizzy Entertainment. Is that what that is? Anyway, I got this from him. I think this is his. Yeah, it says
we're gonna have to
at Heavy Duty MC Live. So that's where it is, at Heavy Duty MC Live. Maybe that was the people that forwarded it to me. But Heavy Duty MC Life, all one word. Go over there on TikTok and you guys aren't even seeing that. Go over there on TikTok and check him out at Heavy Duty MC Life. He doesn't have a lot of followers, but I really like that. He's got 1,800 followers, but I really like that. So I'm just going to be really curious to see what other kinds of things come off of his channel. But isn't that crazy? When you think of that I wondered why I hadn't heard a lot from that lady. I had heard what she did too. So I was wondering, like, gee, why haven't we heard a lot from that lady? We haven't heard a lot from that lady because they threatened her. They threatened her freedom if she spoke the truth. Man, it's an interesting. Oh, somebody said Tizzy is the guy talking in that. Oh, thank you. Tizzy is the guy talking in that TikTok. Thank you. I don't really read TikToks that well. So at Tizzy ENT, Tizzy Entertainment. So go over there and check them out too. Thank you, Lissa, who always keeps me straight. Without Lissa and Merlin and a few others of you guys, C. Ruger and Ghost Eagle and some of y'all, I would just not be here doing well. So I have a squad, Heather, Mo, so many of y'all that look after me, SSW Custom Sewing, all of y'all. So anyway, we, it's crazy. Like, can you believe? It's hard to believe that, just like that, these, you come there to save your children and you're in handcuffs. While they're standing on the outside watching your kids get killed. They're standing on the outside watching your children get killed. And they're strapping you down with pepper spray and handcuffs and plastic handcuffs and holding you down. And you got these big men in camouflage gear and masks and hoods and flak jackets. We call them bulletproof vests. In my day, they were called bulletproof vests. Flak jackets and machine guns. Well, I don't know if they're AR-15 or machine guns. I'm not sure whether the police have automatic weapons, but they're the so-called assault-style weapons. They got all that. And they're arresting you. and not letting you get in there to get your children. We're going to hold you out here while we stand around and listen to those children die while we're listening to phone calls and 911 calls, and we're standing outside the room just listening to bullets pop off. Now, no cop sets out in the morning to do that, in my belief. So what really happened? Like, I'm thinking to myself, well, have you ever been in a situation like that, Black Dragon? And I have. It was a guy by the name of Corey L. Harris. Corey L. Harris and another guy on my submarine. I forget his name right now. I think his name was Chris, but it'll come to me what his name was. It wasn't Chris Logan. It was somebody else. Anyway, we had been on this run and we were out there so long, we kind of ran out of food. And we had, I think, this cheesecake that they had given us. We were out one time. We had this thing called the Pancake Patrol. Pancake Patrol. We were out one time so long, we ran out of all food except pancakes. So this was one of them times when food was low, and these two guys were in the mess decks. And some kind of way, one guy had disrespected the other guy's piece of cheesecake. I don't know, put his finger in it or walk too close to it. Whatever will set two guys off that have been on patrol for way too long. Young guys with testosterone, and they really want to get down, right? So Coriel and the diver, this was one of our submarine boat divers. I remember that about him. They get into a fist fight right there on the mess decks, man, throwing haymakers over a piece of cheesecake. It was beautiful. Fighting is always beautiful, especially when it's over nothing, right? So these two guys are running at it so hard over this piece of cheesecake, just blam, blam. Now, the rest of us know that these guys will get busted and lose a strike if they get caught fighting over this piece of cheesecake. So one of the guys grabs the diver around the waist, and he's pulling him back. And I grab Coriel Harris around the shoulders and the arms. And now his arms are pinned to his sides because I was bigger and I was able to like kind of pick him up. And the diver is being held by the waist and his hands are still out. And when the diver realized Coriel ain't got no more hands, man, that cat went in. Pop, peppered him. And he kept coming forward and I was pulling Corey back. And Corey was just defenseless. And I realized you're going to get the guy killed. In your effort to help him, you're going to get him killed. He's getting the shit beat out of him. There's nothing positive is happening here. So I had to let Corey go so he could defend himself. I had to let him go because if I didn't let him go, he would have just got cremated. So to let him go for a few minutes, a few seconds so he could get some back in and wait until they got the diver's arms pinned before I again engaged Corey, who by this point turned around and looked at me like, whose side are you on? You trying to help me here or what? What are you trying to do? And I'll never forget that feeling I had, like I'm doing the best I can to help out here, but it ain't doing jack to help the situation. So you got all these cops standing out in front of this building, and they're trying to. There's guys inside. Certainly, they're handling the situation. My job is to take care of the outside. Well, you got these incredulous parents running up, saying, "Well, you guys are out here, outside, and my children on the inside, and I still hear shots going off." And maybe you just get this Coriel Harris situation where I'm holding your arms down and I ain't helping you at all. Because everybody should have rushed that damn place. Cops, people, civilians, anyone who wanted to run in my opinion. And, you only got so much time in these incidents. We know how they work. They run in and shoot as many people as they humanly possibly can, unload all their clips, and it never goes like they plan. I think that's the thing that really screws them up, because it never goes according to plan. Like, he didn't plan to wreck his car. And we don't know why he wrecked his car. What the hell what was going on? I mean, no one has said, was he running from what was he doing? But he didn't plan to wreck his car, and he didn't plan to drop some of his ammunition on the way in, and he didn't plan to leave one of the guns in the car. All this stuff that when they finally bring this great plan out, put it into effect, it never ever works out according to plan. So they run in there with their half-cocked plan. It's not really quite working. They wind up trying to shoot as many people as they possibly can. And then they go out with this loud bang of suicide or something that most of those guys don't ever expect to survive that thing. So you got to get in there. And another thing they don't ever expect to engage the police until after their melee. And then they expect a big fight to the death where they're going to die or kill themselves. The whole thing is a cowardly proposition, you understand? The whole thing is a coward's moment, but it is their moment of glory. And the way that the police have said that you stop this moment of glory is you got to rush in the middle of this crazy ass plan and put a stop to it. You got to rush in the middle of this crazy ass plan and put a stop to it. That's what you got to do. So Big C said, I talked to a sheriff about their oath. He said it's not the oath we took in the military, but an oath to the state. It's different, at least in my state. He was well versed in UCC is not Constitution. No, I don't imagine their oath is the same as ours. Because I've said it before many times. We have a mission and accomplished the mission no matter whatever whatever the case would be. Meaning whether you come back or not. Now, there have been many missions in the military, like remember that movie A Bridge Too Far? I remember John Wayne and the Green Berets, where he was carrying the rifle upside down. I must have carried my rifle like that for years because it was cool. John Wayne did it. But remember when his base got overrun? Remember they call the barrage right down on top of themselves. Give me 15. Give it to me now at 0.00.3.2. What do you mean? That's your position. Just do it. They're storming the gate. Like there are many instances in the military where you know you're going to die. You went there to die. You went there to accomplish the mission. That's not the same thing. Cops are not out there to die for God and country. They're out there to keep the peace, sort things, do the investigation, arrest people, and prosecute them. I remember looking yesterday. They had this thing on television last night about the whole January 6th thing, and they had all this video and stuff, and then they had some of the people talking, and one of the people that was talking, testifying, was a Capitol Police woman, and she was talking about fighting the rioters. And she said something that was very interesting. She said, we're police officers. We're not trained to go to war. No training do we have that trains us to be at war, hand-to-hand combat, fighting people for hours and hours. We don't have that kind of training. So maybe they don't. Certainly, we think that they're training to take out a school shooter. That should be standard training right now, since that's what's going on. But maybe they're not trained. Maybe they're not all getting trained. I mean, I got to tell you, I've never faced an AR-15 with a handgun. Now, there's this guy called My Favorite Biker on TikTok, who it's interesting because he was having a conversation and somebody asked him, how would you know? Have you ever faced an AR-15? You would know. And he came on and he said, well, actually, I did face an AR-15 one time. There was a guy who was shooting up a crowd, and I used my military training, snuck up on him, and hit him so hard, I shattered his jaw and disarmed him, and beat the crap out of him. So, hey, that was a military guy with military training, and that might be different than what cops are. I don't know, but it's something to think about. If I think that it has been proven over and over and over again in every one of these school shootings, there's been a resource, not everyone, but in many of these school shootings, there's been a resource officer near. In one of the school shootings, they've actually charged the man. He's actually facing criminal prosecution for not doing exactly what these folks here in Texas didn't do, for not engaging. He didn't engage. So if you're not going to engage, hey, but who knows? I'm not like that guy, that My Favorite Biker dude. I couldn't tell you what it's like to face an AR-15 with hands and feet, or a pistol. He could tell you he went through it. I couldn't tell you. I could tell you what I think I would do. I could tell you what my chest is puffed up that I would do. I could tell you how I feel I would do. But until you've been there, you really don't even have a good idea. You don't know. So I don't know what those folks were facing. I just know that it was all bad. There's nothing good. I always carry my gun with me, no matter what, says Ghost Eagle. They should adjust to the times. I guess my brother is a cop here in Texas, and the lack of training is wild. The lack of training is wild, probably because, it costs money to train people, stuff like that. Status quo is easy to do. Watch the guy in a video, Lace and True, a wheel in the Philippines. He did a beautiful job. Lace and True. I'm not sure what that means. Veteran Overwatch is becoming popular. Maybe we need to be putting veterans at these schools. Or what? All of us give up our guns? I mean, should we go all turn in the AR-15s? That'll solve it, right? If we all go turn our AR-15s in, or if it takes us 3 weeks to get a gun that we were trying to buy today, cooling off period. But this guy had a 1 year cool off period. He did a year. He asked his sister to buy him a gun when he was 17. She said, hell no. And a year later, he got the gun. A year is about as long a cool off period as there can be, isn't it? So anyway, thought I would, I thought that was very interesting article that, or video that guy came up with. And I believe it's Tizzy, I've been told. And it's just, it's very sad. Somebody says in Texas, is Texas that different? All our cops in my AZ mountains carry rifles in the car, shotguns in the trunk. Yes, they have handguns on the hip. Did they all walk there? Yeah, when, I don't know. When everybody's getting out of the car, running over there, I don't know if you grab your shotgun initially. I don't know. We just know what didn't happen. There's not a whole lot coming out about what did. You know what I mean? So, Pastor Bear, the preacher said, not giving up my Second Amendment right. I pray over every bullet. All righty then. The Reverend ain't giving up his gun. If the Reverend ain't giving up his gun, I ain't giving up mine. So now we have it. All right, folks. I think that's me for the day. I've actually, I wasn't looking at comments for the first half of this, and then I think I'm up to everybody's. I think I've answered all the comments at this point, except one just came back in. Mental stability is like a sine wave. Back when I was in high school, the sine wave between the most mentally ill kid in the class and the most rounded kid in the class wasn't really that far apart. Yeah. I don't know what happened where these folks got, but I tell you something. It just seems strange to me that all of a sudden we're having 400 mass shootings a day. Like, well, that seems strange to me. Like, and there is certainly a push. There's certainly a push on to change the way that folks have access to weapons in this country. The numbers of people that are actually doing crime. I mean, if you just look at the numbers, it's not like it's 100,000 people a year being killed, or even 50,000. DUI kills 50,000 people a year. Well, we haven't taken alcohol off the streets. So it's interesting. I don't want to. Technology improved over the years, and any kid can sit down and read anything he wants on the internet. Those amongst us that are most easily radicalized become just that. So the sine wave is bigger. Texas rather profile bikers instead of saving their community. He's talking about Texas police there. I'm always armed and ready to die every time I walk out my front door for the right reasons. Standing up for others that can't do so is something I just cannot stand by and not do. I've had this conversation with my wife and kids. They know if I go to war, maybe I'm just adding, they know if something happens to me that I die doing what I needed to do. I think he's probably going to say, Black Dragon, I love watching you here. When I have time, my brother Samuel Martin, I love you too, man. You've been with us for a long time, man. I know your name when I see it. There's a lot that went into where we are. First, we initiated gun-free zones. This announced to criminals where they were safe. And this is true because, you know, if you go shoot up a school, you're going to be the only one or two guns there. Buy them now. The government is proposing a 1,000% tax on rifles. Make a $700 rifle $7,000. Wow. Tim Leary tried to warn us of that. Nobody was listening. If they did something like, wow. Wow. Well, then it's time to build your gun, right? You don't need a tax stamp to build your gun. Waiting for the admission of the FEDAI program being run on that little town. That and all the videos from the truck crash. I'm not sure what that is. The Fed AI. Oh, Fed AI program. Okay. I'll recommend Sons of Liberty Gun Works when it comes to a good rifle. Oh, I like Daniel Defense. They make a great rifle. All right. That's it for me. Wow. I'm having this trouble with my mic. I keep hearing it screech, and I don't know what's going on with that. It really upsets me. All right, folks. And I don't know if I'm as loud as I normally am, and that upsets me too. But that's what we go through. My books. Sergeant at Arms Bible. President's Bible. Public Relations Officer's Bible. And Prospects Bible, all available on Amazon and Kindle. I got a library for you guys here. Hey, this is crazy because somebody just brought the whole library like day before yesterday, so it was really cool. But I got a whole library for you guys here, and I got my next book coming out very soon for y'all folks. We're going to finish the whole series. We do the Secretary's Bible and the Road Captain's Bible, blah, blah, blah. But here we got these right now. Make sure to get these books of mine: Prospects Bible, President's Bible, Sergeant at Arms Bible, Public Relations Officer's Bible. You can get them from blackdragonsgear.com, where you can get your autographed copies, or you can go to Amazon, and you can also go to Kindle if you want to get them. We are on Black Dragon Biker TV, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. You can see that scrolling down at the bottom of the screen. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and we have our podcast, The Dragon's Lair, Motorcycle Chaos. The Dragon's Lair, LAIR, Motorcycle Chaos, where you can download us and listen to us on your iTunes or whatever it is that you listen to your podcast on, Spotify, whatever the case may be. Please join us in the Discord link. The Discord link is in the description box, in the description below this video. Now, the Discord is where I want you guys. I'm going to start doing a thing where I want to announce upcoming events, like everybody's putting on poker runs and things like that. So I want to create this as a free service for you guys, and have at least maybe once a week in the show where I just announce everything everybody's got going on. So I'm going to have a spot in the Discord server for you guys to drop that information. And I can just go to the Discord server, see what's there, and then put it all out. So join us on the Discord server, and that way you can, the free stuff I advertise for you guys, like events and children's charity runs or whatever it is that you guys do, so you guys can get more and more people there to help support you. If you want to help support the GoFundMe for my brothers and sisters that have been in a wreck, help them get back on their feet, those that have been recovering, GoFundMe, Black Sabbath MC North Shore Chapter Fundraiser is the name of it. Black Sabbath MC North Shore Chapter Fundraiser. You can get me at Black Dragon at blacksabbathmc.com. And make sure that's Black Dragon and blacksabbathmc.com, 2 B's and Sabbath. And make sure to watch out for Big Bone's new show coming up. His podcast is called The Big Bone Yard. I believe I named that show, by the way, just so you know. The Big Bone Yard, Big Bone 1%er is a new addition to the channels that you can watch and learn and follow and get up on this lifestyle. And if you want to get in touch with Big Bone, go to bone.outcast@gmail.com. And if you want to follow him on Instagram, you can go to @BigBoneOFFO. All righty. So that's all of the business, housekeeping, we call it. And for those of you going to stay by and watch a couple of commercials that I have for you. Oh, yeah, I need to let you guys know about this. Clarity.fm. So if you need my counseling service, or you need some conflict resolution, conflict management, crisis management, or you got stuff you need to talk about where it comes to motorcycle clubs, you need to know how to start one, or you're having problems in an area with this, that, or the other, we can talk about it. Just go to clarity.fm/black-dragon. clarity.fm/black-dragon. And that's my counseling service. It gives you a phone number. We connect on this 800 line, and it charges you a fee. And then we can talk. There's a lot of people that want to talk to me every day. This is going to be the best way to talk to me. Other than that, it's going to be something quick and fast, because I'm just take a whole lot of calls all day long. So this is a good way to get in touch with me to get something, your crisis averted, or whatever I can do that might help. If you feel like talking to me, might be some good for you. Somebody said your next book should be, and I saw that. Next book should be Dumbass Things Not to Do as a Biker Bible. That would be good. Black Dragon, any update on Braveheart? Let me tell you something. Every time somebody says the word Braveheart, oh my God, I almost want to break down and cry. My baby dog is gone, and I don't know where he is, and I can't find him. Oh, but I'm looking. I'm looking for him. I'm looking everywhere I can look. Every day. Daddy's looking for you, bro. Looking for you. Can't believe I failed. So, latest thing is I sent out some press releases. Hopefully, I can get some interviews on television to get my service dog back. Somebody's got him. He had a tag on him, his name, phone number. Somebody just decided they wanted him more than me. He's a good dog, affable. So, clean, mannered, well-behaved. Well, not so well-behaved, but mannered. Doesn't use the bathroom in the house. He'd be a good dog that anybody would want. So. I miss my puppy. Everything in my world is built surrounding him. His chair is over there with his little seat thing there with his favorite toys are right there. Brutus is too big for a chair, so he's got a pallet. on the floor right there. So Brutus is there and Braveheart is there. And they both watch me do my show and every now and then make noise. And, you know, Brutus is interesting now that Braveheart's gone. You don't hear him anymore. Braveheart is the one that started everything. He's the one that started all the fights. He's the one that is the one that he's the guy that starts it all. He starts it all. All the trouble comes from him. So without a ringleader, Brutus has just gone silent. And so I have put flyers up everywhere. But the man told me to put out 100 flyers. And I haven't put out 100 flyers yet. More like 50 or 60, something like that. So I got more flyers to put out. So I've been just trying to, go on. And I've been trying to go on and move without him. And that's not working.
He said, well, we're going to have to arrest you because you're...
That's not working. But I'm trying to maintain. It's like losing a child, man. For me, I like these dogs. You guys never knew Hope, Magda, Charity, Warrigal, Almighty, Dog of Dogs, the benevolent, great, magnificent conqueror, the lion-hearted, Bunch the first, conquering dog of the tribe of Judah, elect of God. That was her whole name. And, both of these dogs have long names like that, too. I just never really told you guys about it. But Brutus has a huge name, too. So, all right. So now you know. I mean, if you don't know, everybody's got something. Everybody's got something that is not perfect. For me, life is pretty great. I get to do my show and talk to people and meet people all over the world and ride motorcycles. And, my life was really outstanding until about a week ago. And my companion walked out. Just, dogs are companions. They're soul things for people that like dogs. For people that don't like dogs and they can't stand them. But dog is like a kid. You guys remember when I got him. So I've spent every single solitary day of my life since then. I think it was 2017 that I got him. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. It's been 5 years. He's been a part of my life every day, every night, sleeps in my bed, goes with me everywhere I go, into every store, to every doctor's appointment. He rides on my motorcycle with me. He's part of me. So part is me. And then the other dog comes and so then I didn't want no two damn dogs. Oh my God, I didn't want no two damn dogs. I couldn't find his owner, so what was I gonna do? And then somebody attacked me and he ate that guy up. So it was like, oh hell, you get to stay. And so I never thought I could have enough. Funny thing, my brother, I didn't meet my brother until I was almost 50. I was like 48 years old when I met my brother. And both of my brothers are so much like me. Well, my brother John, a big time biker and all that kind of stuff. As a matter of fact, he's opening up a biker adventure business where he takes people from other countries through the back roads, like the Tail of the Dragon and stuff like that. And so my family's bikers. It's in the genes. A guy I never met before, right, is just completely into bikers. Well, he had 3 damn dogs. So I was like, well, how the hell can you have enough love and time and consideration for 3 damn dogs? Well, I can tell you that I think I need to have 2 dogs with me for the rest of my life, at least 2. So I need my dog back so I can have 2. The 2 dogs, it's like having a pack, man. And you got to see them 2 guys working together in this pack. It's crazy how they flushed out a poor little groundhog. I had to save its life. These 2 hunted it down like real G's, like they were lions out on the hunt. Like I was like, would you look at this? You guys who get fed turkey wings every night, get out of here. Black Dragon, what is the nearest news and radio stations to where Braveheart disappeared? Maybe we all should call there asking them to contact you for a news spot. Well, yeah. There are a lot, and my plan is to try to hit every single one of them. And that's why I wrote this. I wrote a press release because I'm a media person. So a press release lets them know what happened, lets them know my story as a veteran, and then lets them know that they can contact me for an interview. So that's the official way to do something like that. And hopefully some of these press releases, maybe they'll do something on me and somebody will give me back my damn dog. It's ridiculous. Some son of a bitch saw the tag on my dog and knows my dog and phone number and address and won't bring my dog home. You know, but I've offered a $500 reward. I tell you what, if I find a dog and I see a $500 reward, I would give him right back, I would think. So I see this dog every time I just try to do something and I see the damn dog. So, hey, man. And I know it's selfish because like there are people in Ukraine that are, they really got issues. And I got a missing dog. So that's why you don't hear me say a whole lot about it. I mean, there are people out here with real issues. Those people in Uvalde, they're bearing children and you're complaining about a dog. Come on, cut it out. Stop it. So. So anyway, that you asked me about the dog. That's what's going on with the dog. I can't find him. I have I did tell you guys I put a trail camera up. I called these people I called this guy that rescues animals. They have dogs that find dogs. They just don't have any in Georgia. And I called him up and he told me to put a trail camera up, put food out in case the dog's still out in the wild or whatever. He's not an out in the wild dog though. Yeah, this guy is absolutely found somebody to take him in. So anyway. Listen to me go on and whine about a damn dog. Come on, cut it out. My husky and Malamute ran off, gone a couple of weeks. I thought for sure someone kept him. Turned up, they were hanging in a section of woods. He went wild, huh? he got off the grid on you? Anyway, yeah, guys. I mean, those of you who know me that I'm missing my little dog. 18 pounds. It's hard to believe a little 18 pound something can mean so much. No, he runs the show around here. Whenever we go for a walk, we walk behind him. He leads us. He's the pack animal. He determines the course, the route, how long we're going to be out. He's the dude, man. The whole house runs on this little guy's command. He's probably got somebody doing handstands somewhere. Dogs ain't just dogs, they're family, so ain't no shame in being hurt by the pup getting lost. Well, I tell you what, I'm hurt. About as hurt as it gets. Okay, so it can happen. Black Dragon got to beat the pavement, and you got 80 people willing to help. Yeah. Yes, I do. And I appreciate you all. So what we have is we have, so the plan, what we have, I have a press release going out today. Another a round of press releases that I'm going to try to get to every news station around. Hopefully I can get some media coverage. Somebody will come and interview me, and some people will see that, and somebody will see the person that has my dog and say, hey, man, give that man his dog back. Hell, I'll buy you a dog. Just give me mine back. That's all. All right. So that's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. I guess I'm hearing you guys 2 cents, and I appreciate it. We know what's going on. Yeah, we want Braveheart back, man. We want him back. Somebody said I could give up one of my kids before I give up before I give up my dog. Yeah, listen, man, listen. I feel kind of, I just felt like I'd have him forever. Your life can, like those prospects out there in the first news story, your life can change in a minute. So, hello? I thought that was my doctor. Okay. That's it. For those who suffer from PTSD, an animal that comes into our lives keeps us safe, calms our minds during a breakdown. With an animal like that is valued greatly. Yes, you guys know. Some of you guys know. Some of you guys know. I don't have an active ham license right now, but let me see what I can do to get back into that. Give me a SSW. We'll talk. Let's talk offline. All right, I'm supposed to be out of here, right? Yeah, hour and 12 minutes. We're gone. Hey, take care. Okay, here. Let's check this out real quick. I've been talking about my hero soap. I wanted to show you guys. Here's my empty bag of my hero soap. I actually use this stuff. I'm going to do a commercial with me in the shower. You guys will like that, won't you? Won't you guys like seeing me in the shower? I'm going to have a model with me. Some sort of maybe 2 or 3 models around me. I don't know if you guys remember the commercials that used to have Joe Namath in them. Great balls of comfort with Noxzema. You remember those commercials? Are you guys old enough for that? Where he had these models around and he's in the shower and he's got this Noxzema cream. Yeah, so I'm going to do me some, you guys want to see me naked, right? So anyway, this Hero Soap Company, I use this stuff. They sent it to me. I used it, and it's awesome stuff. And what I like about it, and, I'll just be kind of cool with this, is that it's manly. It smells good. They got all kinds of soaps. They've got lavender and all these kind of manly smells. Peppermint tea tree, peppermint cool, spearmint. The woods, they have body washes now, which is new for them. They didn't have the body washes when they first contacted me, but they got them now. What I like about these folks is that they give a percentage of their sales back to charities that are focused on helping veterans and first responders. So that's, they say, we want to thank you for helping us support our veterans. So if you, and first responders, so if you buy some of this soap, they're going to send, you can get a subscription. That's the other thing. You can get a soap subscription like you can get a razor blade subscription. And if you buy their soap, a few things happen. One, you get some soap to wash your ass. They get some money that part of it they're going to give to veterans and first responders. And if you use the discount code Black Dragon, which is what we're hoping you use, they will give a percentage to us as well, which keeps the show supported. So good on them, good on you, good on us. And of course, you guys know I love these rings. My sister accused me of having demonic rings. How are you gonna accuse me? She told me she was terrified of my rings, and she said each ring was more demonic than the one that I would previously put on. Each one was more terrifying than the previous one. And I don't understand how she could say that about my rings. My rings are cool. You know, you got to have some cool rings if you're, these are my rings, man. So if you like rings, like I like rings, biker rings, you can go here to Gothic Rings, gthic.com. Just like with the soap company, if you use your discount code of Black Dragon, you get you a very cool discount, 20%.
You are fake news.
Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker news you can trust.
Biker news you can trust.
Biker news you can trust. Biker news you can trust.